Al, how are you, man? It's good to see you.
Doing well.
We're back. Hey, listen, Scal's giving me some flack because earlier I compared myself to you, but only in one sense. I just said we're both 36 years old, and the head coach of the Celtics is younger than us. What's your reaction, not only to me comparing myself to you, but to Joe Mazzulla being the interim head coach of the Celtics?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool.
It's a compliment.
It is a compliment.
Right?
Longevity.
See?
Thank you. Longevity, that's what it is.
We're seasoned veterans.
Yeah, but we're excited to have Joe on board as the leading man now for us. Last year was great being around him, and now watching him and rallying behind him, it's gonna be good for us.
What have the conversations been like with him now as he's assuming this new role?
Well, I spoke to him very briefly. Haven't had a chance to really spend much time, but he's just really excited about it. We're excited, just for the season in general. After the way everything ended all summer, my mindset was get better, get ready for next season, and we have a lot to prove. So. That's what it is.
We talked to Jason a little bit about that too, about those those days right after the finals ended. How was that for you, just processing everything? I mean, you guys just played so hard throughout that finals run.
Yeah, I mean, it was difficult, but able to keep my head high. I felt like we did it as best as we could, and ultimately, they were the better team. But it was definitely a lot of fuel for this season. We know we have a lot to prove. We know that we have to start back over again, and nothing's for granted. And just excited for tomorrow. Get to practice, get to work as a group. So that should be fun.
Well, following up on that long run to Game 6 of the NBA Finals, I got two questions for you. The first one is, last season, when you were sitting in the spot, you were coming off of a nice, long time period where you were able to kind of recharge the body, prepare for last season. This season, you're coming off a short off season after really going through a grueling run to Game 6, like I just said, of the NBA Finals. Where is your body right now in terms of how you feel compared to last year, and how do you expect for it to hold up throughout this season?
I feel great. We really put in the work this offseason, getting the body right. Lifting, shooting, conditioning, everything I needed to do to put myself in this position to be ready to roll. So I'm pretty excited about it. I've prepared to play a lot, to do a lot of things in the regular season, and I'm just excited for the opportunity.
All right, so second question about that run. I got to bring these up. I call these the Al Horford games. Game 4 in Milwaukee. I don't think the Celtics win that series if you don't play the way that you did on that night. 30 points, playoff career high. But then Game 1 of the NBA Finals, when I think it was 26 or 27 points as well, you lead the team to the win. I think we've got a couple of graphics that we might pull up here with your numbers. But when you look back, I want to concentrate on that Game 1 of the NBA Finals. For you waited so long to get there. When I watched it, it was just like adrenaline is carrying that man right now. Like, did you just feel like you were floating through air and you could do whatever you wanted with the adrenaline that was going through your body?
It was a lot of fun. That game was fun. I felt like, we really played very free, even though it was, like you said, Game 1 of the Finals. Had great ball movement, and I took advantage of my opportunities, when I got them, for that game. So that game was, it was a lot of fun. But to your point, late in that fourth, yes, it felt like I was rolling. I got rolling, and I hit a few shots, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm missing, type thing.
I've never had that feeling before. I can tell you that.
So it was pretty fun, but it was liberating. I felt like I was playing free, but at the same time, it was just really fun going through it at that time.
It was fun to watch. I can tell you that
for
much.
sure. Playoff Al Horford. We loved it. We loved it.
Always comes through.
You do look at just that finals run, ultimately being able to look back and see everything. What was it, do you think, that didn't allow you guys to get there as a team? I know some of the guys had said immaturity a little bit, but moving forward and trying to just have that experience of the finals now under your belt, what was it that didn't allow you guys to get there?
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of said it best. I think experience, for us as a group, we went through some battles. I felt like we fought through adversity and got over different levels during the playoffs, but I felt like ultimately experience got to us a little bit, and all of us, and it was a big learning experience for us, and it's something that now I feel like we'll be better suited for future positions, and the playoffs, that's the way it is. There's always different things going on, and for us to get to the finals, to get past that Eastern Conference Finals point, that was a big step, and now we want to, I feel like we know what it takes now.
Yeah, you told me last year it was unfinished business, and it's unfinished business
It
here
still
again
is.
this year, right?
It
Yeah,
still is. Yeah.
Last year during that run, I want to talk about your three-point shooting for a moment here. 48% from three-point range throughout the postseason. An incredible number, 48%. You were a little bit under 34% during the regular season. What was it that clicked during that run to the NBA Finals that had you making shots at such a high rate?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of the moment. I feel like I really seized those opportunities, especially in the playoffs, and understanding what was in front of us. It's something about the playoffs, the level of them, the level of focus, how much it means. It just fuels me, and I really enjoy being in those positions, and helping our team try to get to those points, those levels that we want to accomplish, and so for me it was just a lot of fun. It was all year long. We really worked on just being consistent and ups and downs shooting wise. I didn't let that discourage me. I just continued to work as the season went on, and I feel like once we got to the playoffs, the last few regular season games, I felt like I got into a really nice rhythm, and I was able to carry that throughout as well.
Is that all we got? Are we out of time with Al? No, we're not. I got one more question for you. This is your second go-around with Jalen and Jason and Marcus and all these guys. They are different men. They are different players than they were the first time when you were here. When you look back at last season and moving into this season, what is the difference for you playing alongside them now as compared to that first time around?
Well, it's just, like you said, they've done so much growing. They're kind of really leading us as a team, and we're doing a lot of different things, and we're continuing to, last season, for example, we had to kind of learn how to win with the group that we have. Again, even though we've played with each other before. So now we're at a point that we need to take that next step, continue to grow, continue to be consistent as a group, and they're going to keep leading us again. And I'll be there, and we'll be following, and we'll be setting the tone on the defensive end and having fun on offense, getting out in transition, and doing what we do.
What is that next step of growth for the team? I mean, just not only to get you to over that hump, but just in general on a day-to-day basis, like what is that next step for you guys?
Yeah, I think just in general, I felt like we figured it out the second half of last season, but now the challenge for us is we have to start over. We have to start over again. We have to get things together, and we have to get it going. So our challenge is to get to work and start building in the right way from the beginning.
All starts out
Looking
tomorrow,
forward to
Amanda.
seeing it, Al. Thank you so much for your time. Always
Appreciate
great
it,
to
Al.
see you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Good luck.